We are almost at the end of our conversation. Just last few questions that I'm personally interested in. What is the state of autonomous cars? So earlier we were talking about my BMW, and it had that system where it was able to detect the lane, it was able to keep the car in the lane, but I could sense the shortcomings of that system where it wouldn't necessarily detect something on the hard shoulder. So it wasn't very super, like the front corners, they were sort of a blind spot. If anything were to be in those sort of corners, it would start failing down. Whether it would work actually very well in fog, because a radar can penetrate through fog, and so I could see if there is a car in front of me or not through the radar. But the vision system wouldn't work. And then similarly for rain. Tell me, what's the state of autonomous cars these days? Are they actually good as what Tesla or other companies might be saying, or are there more shortcomings than the ordinary public is aware of? How are these systems like comparing to each other?
Yeah, without naming names, right? I would say
we're talking about the science here.
Yeah. Without naming names, I would say the industry is definitely blown up currently at its current stage. So the people who are actively researching in the field know that there are a lot of shortcomings right now. Right?
Okay.
So, I mean, for example, you just mentioned one of the leading companies which tries to make self-driving cars, right? And which is focusing more or less on the vision system, as far as I remember, right? So by vision, I mean camera systems, right? And they're very adamant that they would make autonomous driving work with camera systems only, right? But I mean, according to my research as well, this is not really, I mean,
the best way.
I don't really want to put a hard sentence, for example, on this, that it's not really the best way, or
would you say that LiDAR is better than cameras?
No, I wouldn't say anything is better than anything.
Okay.
But I would say I'm definitely a huge fan of multi-modality, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan of multimodal systems. Combination of systems, for example, right? So I would even put radar into the mix, right?
Yeah.
Because there would be some scenarios in which some of these modalities would fail, and there would be some scenarios in which other modalities would fail, right?
I see.
So when you have this abundance of information, right, then if you are able to mix it together perfectly, right, then you could probably have this mixture of experts, or whatever you call it, right, and then you can take the good of all worlds, let's say, right, and then if you are able to find this system which can perfectly combine these things together, or these data modalities together, then I feel that would be the way forward, right?
I see.
But currently, as we are speaking right now, I mean, this is like a very intense and an ongoing area of research, right?
Yeah.
And that is one of the reasons why I say that the field is a little bit blown up in some sense.
Do you see autonomous cars a reality over the next 5 years, 10 years?
I cannot give you an exact timeline, as some people do, but I can definitely say that I do see them as a reality.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Do you think our infrastructure is ready for that? Let's assume for countries that are actually pioneering these technologies, do you think the research, the infrastructure is actually ready for?
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, even if it's not ready for the system, they will make it ready.
Okay. And can technologies like vehicle to X, vehicle to vehicle, can those technologies make an impact on autonomous driving as well, or?
They will.
Yeah.
They will. I really feel, and I am a person who is a strong believer that we need to have as much information as possible, right?
Yeah.
And I talked about the multimodality systems, right? Multimodal systems. And then this also comes with more, the vehicle to vehicle communication, vehicle to X communication. Then this also means that my ego vehicle or the vehicle in which I'm going in has more information, right?
Yeah.
Basically. So multimodality and all these different names which you just mentioned, I think they would play a huge role going forward.
For sure.